Green and gold, we stand cheering loud in the cold, with hearts full of pride. Our stories untold, victory in our eyes as a die-hard fan. We're die-hard Packers. We're die-hard Packers. We're die-hard Packers. We're die-hard Packers. Through triumph and defeat, through triumph, we hold the line. With every beat, the Lombardy shines, and we scream and we bite for green and gold pride. We're die-hard Packers. We're die-hard Packers. We're die-hard Packers. We're die-hard
Packers. Alrighty, what's up, everybody? We are here today. Happy ManCave Monday, the first edition of the Ramage Show. You know, I just thought of that one day when I was drinking. I was like, I should start this thing. And I was like, who to have first? Got to have the Drew Cave. But before we talk to Drew, we got a lot to talk about, Drew. Big shout out to the sponsors of the show. You see them on the screen there. Nicolay Law. If you get hurt in an accident, insurance companies, they try to be shifty with you and whatnot. Nicolay Law's got the hookup on that. They can handle those insurance companies. They're like the big brother for the regular person. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But Nicolay Law is awesome. Check out nicolaylaw.com, and they're gonna hook you up. And also, Quick Trip. You know, you're driving through Wisconsin land, maybe Midwest. They're all over the place. You need something to eat. Check out that hot spot. You know, they got the mac and cheese. They got the chicken tendies. They got the cheesy breadsticks. They got all those things for you. So big shout to Quick Trip. Big shout to Nicolay Law. Fantastic sponsors. But we have a great guest for the first ManCave Monday edition. The reason I started is let's make you big because no one wants to see me that close up. But I've been thinking about this probably for like a couple of years. But then like I noticed that you did a show. Let's do a shout out to Mike. Right, Mike Memorabilia.
Oh yeah, yep. Mike's Memorabilia over there in old Fond du Lac.
Dude, I grew up a little bit in Fond du Lac. I had some years in Fond du Lac.
You grew up a little bit in Fond du Lac?
Well, it was like I don't know, like until I was like 12 or something. I was over there, and not a good time, honestly. But
hey, shout out Mike though. Shout out Mike.
Oh, no, for sure. And like that's all I want to start out this show is shouting him out. I saw the video that you guys did over there. So he does his. What does Mike do? And like, let's give him a little love right here.
Yeah, man. So Mike runs his own memorabilia shop. So if you're looking for any authenticated memorabilia, JSA, PSA. Whatever Fanatics, Upper Deck, whatever, holler at Mike. If he doesn't have the piece in stock, I'm sure he has ways to obtain it. But from what I gathered, it's a shop over there in Fond du Lac, and he's been open since I think he started doing it like right around like 2020. So just trying to grow the business and all that stuff. Really cool dude, man. When I tell you, man, this dude drove 10 hours in a snowstorm, he said they left at like 11 o'clock Saturday night. They showed up at my house yesterday around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. We filmed for about 2.5 hours, cut up. I bought them food they didn't eat. They're on a strict diet. I bought them McDonald's so they didn't want to partake. You know what I'm saying? They're on that healthy MMA stuff. But we filmed for about 2 hours, cut up, and then boom, right back up to Fond du Lac, man. Like same day turn and burn. Like me, man. I mean, I make the drive up to Green Bay quite often, game days, went to that Super Bowl party at Lambeau Field. But I mean, a turn and burn, bro? Nah,
Yeah,
dog.
dude.
Can't do it, dog.
Dude,
No,
I don't like driving like far distances. I go to Milwaukee sometimes, and seems insanity to me.
man,
People start talking
Milwaukee,
about like people talking about leaving the state. I
bro.
probably I haven't left the state. Like I go to Michigan sometimes. You know what I mean? Like they got a Kmart over there. They used
Hey,
to.
that joint. Hey, well, that joint's about to change, man. We're gonna get you down here, man, next season. I know we've been talking about it. God, man, for the whole time I've been knowing you, man. We
Yeah,
always
yeah,
talk about it,
and
man.
I definitely want to. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
with work and stuff, like I'm
yeah, I
not
feel
good at
you.
saving vacation days. Those things, it's like money in the pocket. I be
I
burning
feel
those
you.
things. So, but
I feel
we
yeah. But
what do
I
you
was
got?
gonna say, so like they did a turn and burn, man. So like I said, man, big shout outs to Mike and his squad, man, that came down. His cameraman Alex, man, took those shots. His wife was down here, kind of just in the back scenes, kind of critiquing us, and kind of put setting us up in the right spot. So that was pretty dope. But yeah, man, I mean, true memorabilia enthusiast. So like I said, shout out Mike's memorabilia. If you're in the Fond du Lac area, Wisconsin, Green Bay, wherever, I mean, if you anywhere,
Yeah,
hit him up on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Get in touch with him if you're looking for a piece. I'm sure he can get it shipped out to you. And yeah, big plug for
yeah.
Big Mike, man.
And shout out to Fond du Lac. I grew up a little bit in there. I was a
Gang,
skater
let's
back then.
go.
You know what I mean? I rode a
Oh,
skateboard.
fucking skate or die. Let's go, bro.
I wasn't really good. I got a lot of scars to this day because of how good I wasn't. But all right. So like, what's up, everyone? We're gonna hammer this chat real quick. See who's tuning in live. Then we're gonna check out. We're gonna get a nice little look of the Juke because everyone sees the videos. You post about 9,000 a week. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, bro, I need to post 9,000 a
Dude,
week, man. The way these people be going on Instagram and socials, bro, I'm like, man, I must not be doing it right because, I mean, I see people like posting all the time,
dude.
and it's just like, holy. I mean, I figured people are just gonna get tired of me, which I'm sure people have, but I'm gonna tell you though, Matt. I know
Not
you
me.
said we're gonna take a nice tour, man. I'm gonna try and make this as exclusive as I can for you, obviously, because you're the homie, and then everybody that's tuning in. But I mean, I want to make sure that we hit all the hot spots and highlight
Yeah.
some things, man, because this is really the first time I'm really gonna I've really truly done this.
Yeah, and
So
for me too. So I'm trying to. I was telling my wife that I was like, dude, I've never done like a man cave Monday. First of all, because it's kind of tough, like having a camera, like you're on your phone, so that'll help. But like having like moving it around and like having it be good. But yeah, I think it's gonna be great. And I also want to talk about some Packers stuff over here on the back end, but we're gonna get to some comments over here, see what people are talking about. Ramage, what's up? How many months would you need to stream to raise $1 million like Grassi? And that's another thing. Shout out to Tom Grassi. Like first of all, I don't want to talk too much about this because I could go on for days. But what Grassi's doing, first of all, raising the money, and it's for a great cause. From what my understanding, because I'm not really familiar with that charity, but it's helping children of is it
fallen
people who?
Patriots, yep.
Yeah,
Fallen
yeah,
Patriots, yep.
yeah, yeah.
And me, man, being a retired
Yeah,
veteran, man. That I thought that was really dope that what Tom was doing. So yeah, man. Shouts out to him. I know I reposted. I got to throw my donation in there as well. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. How he just
dude.
raises that money like that, man. I mean, when you got that many subscribers and you got that many followers, man. I mean, but that's dope that he's using his platform for that.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean? That's huge, bro. That's
yeah,
huge.
and
I
like
mean,
not. Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go
I
ahead. My
was say,
bad.
but I'm saying, but like the charity stuff is awesome, but to be live, like he's been
Mhm.
live for over 24 hours straight now.
The
He's
dude was
slept.
sleep, bro. The dude was
Yeah,
sleep.
I was at work on break, and I was like, "Let's see what Grassie's doing." He was sleeping, which I respect because you got to get his sleep. But like to wake up, be live. And I saw him; he was making breakfast live. Like he was like he's doing this. So like just the part of being live for that long, but also doing it for such a great cause and raising. I think they're over like I think it was $250,000 in the
Yeah,
first.
last I checked, it was like two and
Yeah,
some change. Yeah. See, and that's the thing, man. Like to have that platform and I mean, that'd be dope if I could do some stuff like that. But I don't know if people want to see me sleep with my sleep apnea with my mask, and I'm just like.
dude. I'm telling you, I was
But
thinking
that's
that
the thing,
same
though. If I
thing.
don't got that mask on, bro, I'm over here sawing logs. You know, just oh man, that'd
Dude,
be
I
crazy. So
don't have a mask, but like,
shouts out to Tom Grassi, man. That's dope, man. That he did that. That's crazy.
Dude, I was saying that because like I don't wear a mask when I sleep, but my wife assaults me 4 or 5 times a night because I just be so like
I mean,
the live stream
you
be
deserve
popping.
it, bro. You
Yeah,
deserve it, bro.
I
You
would be
deserve it. You got to go get a
so
mask, bro. It'll save your life.
Grassi's he's a quiet sleeper, you know what I mean? But big shout out to Lambeau Leo. Super chat $1.99. I need Drew to help me with videos. I suck at it. Yeah, because you be popping those videos off, Drew. And Lambo Leo, he's definitely doing his thing. He's got a collection. He's definitely going to be on this show if he'll grant me the access. But we're gonna get to a couple more of these, and then
I gotta see some of these. I gotta raise my camera so I can
I
see these
got
comments. Oh,
yeah,
there we go. Okay,
yeah.
there we go.
Mr. Ivan Lars over here checking in from Instagram. I mean he's on YouTube, but we know him from Instagram. But yeah,
El. What's up, El?
yeah, we all got to take the trip.
I know your government name, El.
Yeah, so Grassi currently is at 262,000. Donate if you can.
Jeez,
Chat.
that's
Yeah, most
crazy.
definitely.
That is
I
crazy.
don't a little bit. I don't say it to like flex, but like I think you got it. You got to help the cause. But all right, so we're gonna right now it's Drew Cave time. All right, I want to see because I've seen every video, and obviously like you add it all the time. I see like you have like sponsors, people who are like, hey, I want my stuff in your cave. No one does that. I'm in an old grungy basement. This is spray painted, like old. This was in my house when I got it. I just moved it. It was like for like I don't know what they were doing with it, but I spray painted that thing, throw some Packer stuff on there. We're good to go. But like I've been watching your. I wouldn't say watch because you're from 2012, right? That was the year it started.
2011. 2011.
2011. All
Yeah,
right.
I think you and I, God, I want to say you and I clicked up. God, I don't know, dude. Was it like 2015, 2014, 15, 16, somewhere
Yeah,
around that
yeah.
time?
That
Yeah.
makes
So yeah.
sense.
So I mean, I know like, and that's the thing, man. Like, I mean, you've kind of seen some of the evolution and the remodels that we've done and just the different pieces, man. So yeah, we've been going at it, man, for a while, dude. So yeah, ain't
All
no
right, so
newcomer, ain't no new kid on the block, man. Ain't no
ain't
new
no
kid on the
rooks up
block.
in this
Nah,
thing.
I'm a certified OG,
So how did it start?
original gangster.
You know, you made it clarify for
Yeah,
people who maybe for the folks who didn't understand the halftime show. But
yeah, yeah. All y'all, you know who you are.
how did this thing start? Like, how did you like? I mean, obviously, because I did watch from Mike, so I learned a little bit, and some I knew
Mhm.
because I just know you like that. But
Yeah.
for the people who don't know, how did this whole thing start? Where you're like, where it started to be a collection. We're like, all right, this is something that can turn to like a bar, and not just a
Hmm.
bar, but like a place where all your friends you don't even know you have yet, but you're gonna meet them
Yeah.
someday.
Facts.
So your place is packed. I don't have that many friends, and that's very strategic. I don't want people in my house. I don't. My basement isn't clean enough. That's another thing I always wonder. Like, because I get hammered. I come back down here. I got video games over here. I got my whole live stream set up. My wife comes down here like, "Hey, have a few beers." She's like, "There's beer cans everywhere," but because I don't clean up. I mean, I do like when I'm sober, but when you're drinking. So how do you keep that clean? First of all, because when everyone's over, is everyone's cool? Because I'm way better at other people's house than I am at my own.
No, I feel it, man. I mean, shoot, I mean, to be honest with you, man, like this whole thing started, I mean, really. Gosh, man, before we even bought this house, man, because in our other houses that we had when I was in the military, so Kelly and
Yeah,
I first bought our first house in Mississippi. Then Mississippi, we went to San Antonio, and San Antonio up to here. And it's like every house that we had, like we always had get-togethers, man. So it's like for me, I've always been about getting people together, having some drinks, just having a good time and stuff like that. And but when we moved up here to Ohio, knowing that in the Midwest, having a basement and all that stuff, I was just like, man, like we got to get it. We got to get a house that has a nice enough basement to the point where we can have, a nice fan cave.
yeah,
So when we bought this house, Kelly was, she fell in love with the upstairs and she was like, oh, this is perfect for us. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. What does the basement look like? So we went
yeah.
down to
Let's
the
walk
basement.
downstairs.
We went down to the basement and this was all unfinished. And I just saw just a blank canvas and just really wide open. And I was like, bet. So we, you know, we put the offer in, we got the house, and from there, man, we just always kind of had this mind frame of just hosting game days, and then just creating that atmosphere and that vibe of just kind of like a sports bar, because you know being here by the military base, because we're over here by Wright-Patterson Air Force Base over here in Ohio. Everybody has their own team, man, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and with us having so many friends, at the time in the military, everybody had their own team. So although this is my obviously our team is the Packers, and it's uh built around the Packers, I made sure that we had, that's when we started putting up all the TVs and stuff. So when people from other teams would come over, they had somewhere to watch the game. They didn't have to go kick it at old crowded, boo
Yeah.
boo service, beat up, Buffalo Wild Wings. When they can, bring their own beer, it's cheaper. Normally we either have potluck or we supply food, and people just chip in. They'll you know
Yeah.
uh, contribute to the tip jar or whatever. But that's really how it got started, man. Just wanting to bring our friends together, and honestly, man, like you said, even having people over that weren't my friends at the time, them becoming friends, but then also introducing other groups of people, to each other, and then they get clicked up, and it's just a big, just really just making this big community, man. And then we just happen to be the spot that everybody wants to watch games at. But I mean, as far as cleanup though, man, you're right. There's been nights where I've gotten a little too litty, a little too sauced up, and this place is a wreck. But I will tell you, man, my regulars that come over here, like my normal crew, because they're normally here till after everybody leaves,
Yeah.
all the first timers and stuff, they normally leave like right after the game or whatever, but all like the regulars will stay here, do karaoke and all this stuff. And they'll see me, bro, like if I'm just like, hey, I'm done, I gotta go upstairs, I've legit gone to bed and my folks have been down here cleaning up. I wake up the next morning, everything is, trash is taken out. So, shout outs to my people, man. My bartender, one of my main bartenders now, Eddie the bartender. Man, that dude takes care of a lot of stuff, man. Him, his wife Danielle, my friend Spoon, they used to be here. They used to bartend for me, man. Just, I mean, they literally clean up for Kelly and I. And it's
That's
it's
awesome.
just, yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm a lot cleaner at other people's houses than I am my own. Especially like down here, this is like my lair. I feel like
I
drunk
know
Matt
it seems
can't
like you
worry
keep
about.
that
You
you
know what I
keep
mean?
that box really, really squared
Yeah,
away
yeah,
right
we
there,
got
man.
we, we, we got it
Yeah,
fined up over here because
yeah.
it goes any further than that. There's a refrigerator over back there that don't work. You know what I mean? It was in the
Oh
house when we got
man.
it. It broke like a month later. Anyway, so we're gonna get a tour. I want to see like I don't know where we start because first of all I want to ask you because you talked about like when you got the house and you like had this idea. Did you have a collection going at that point? Like when did you start? I mean, was it from child or like when did you start building this collection?
I mean, to be honest with you, man, I mean, I didn't really start collecting probably till I was like in my 20s. Um, because I really didn't have a lot of money,
Yeah,
back in the day. I mean, even
yeah,
even
until
when I
20. Yeah,
even when I first joined the Air Force, man, I mean, they don't pay us, they don't pay the military jack, bro. So, it's not like I was out here buying, all these pieces and stuff like that. But I want to say one of the first pieces I ever got was actually from, I want to say it was from my in-laws, man. They for Christmas one year they had just got me, the authentic game ball from Super Bowl 31, and I was like, oh man, this is sick, like. And then I saved up a little bit of money, and I think I had bought like a full size authentic Pro Line helmet, and the collectors know like the Pro Lines, the older helmets. I remember I got one. It was blank. Then I went up to Fan Fest. I want to say it was like in 2008. Just started getting all kinds of signatures at Fan Fest, and yeah, just kind of started from there, man. You know what I mean? As far as the Packer stuff goes. Now, like I said, I mean, I used to collect things when I was a kid, just like anybody else, man. All the cards, baseball, football, basketball. I still have a lot of my Jordan basketball cards, which I'm trying to figure out a way on how I want to display them. Because some of them joints is worth some money. And I'm like, dang,
yeah,
man, they just been sitting in my at my parents' house for years, and I just barely brought him up here. I want to say like last year, and but just all. I mean, ever since I was a kid, man, just always collecting things. Like I said, cards, shoes. You know me, man. I'm a big shoe whore.
Yeah,
Things like that. And now that I'm older, I collect golf clubs. I collect bourbon bottles, just all kinds of, just a collector, bro, at heart. So.
dude. I don't collect anything. I used to collect tequila bottles, the empty ones, like back in my 20s, and yeah, people weren't that impressed. Like the landlord when they came over, they weren't that impressed with my bottles. I remember that.
Probably because they were empty, man. You should have filled them up with some water or something.
Yeah, because
A little food
those are
coloring.
trophies. Those are like that. That was last Tuesday. Jimmy got arrested that day.
Oh man,
No, but
poor Jimmy.
all right, but like we got a good question right here. Mark Deaton says, what's your favorite piece of memorabilia? All right, I don't know if we had to start there, but I definitely want to have you see if you can walk around a little bit, show like what was like. What's one of your first objects that you think we can build to the best one? All right, Mark. Let's not ruin the whole show right off the gate.
Mark's trying to end it right now. He's like, I'm tired of listening to these bums. Turn them off. Turn the
All
TV
right,
off.
all right.
Turn the
So
TV
like,
off.
I get that. I got that reference.
Thank you. Super Bowl halftime show. Thank you. Yep, let's go.
But let's take a little dip around your around the cave over here, and
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. And if there's anything that you see that you want me to stop and highlight, um,
yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
just do
here's
that.
what we should do. First of all, you should walk around a little bit, give a little tour, and mostly just so I can dip out and use the bathroom real quick because I've been drinking for a little bit. I'm off tomorrow, Drew. All right, so give a little tour, give a little walk around, and I can hear you because I got a Bluetooth, and then we'll talk about what you got in here, and we'll figure out where we want to start because I don't know where you start and
I
what you
mean, I
guys
guess
want.
I could just start from the when you first come down in
Yeah, yeah.
in the landing. Yeah.
Give a little tour, and then I'll be listening. You can talk through it. It'll be like a minute. I'm not gonna walk
All
away. I'm
right.
not gonna be gone for like it's not a halftime show.
No, I feel you.
All right, there we
All right,
go.
y'all. Is this backwards? No, this should be good, right?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so I'm gonna move myself from the bar. If you guys are just tuning in, this is the Drew Cave show, not the Matt Ramage show anymore, because he got a baby bladder. So, anyways, coming down from the stairs here. This is the main landing area. Got some items over here. You got some trophy cases. Gotta have the Lombardi Legends piece. Obviously, you gotta have your stock certificates. Got the 3QB helmet over here. Got the Air XP built Rogers helmet. I love this helmet because of the inscriptions. These inscriptions are fire on this thing. Just this is the landing area, and then you kind of just mosey on over to the main area. Got the seating area, got the main bar area. This transitions over to where the projector, the mini jumbotron is at, the recliners. This area over here, we added this last year before the Super Bowl. Through two TVs over here. That's my shoe wall.
All right, so dude, I like that. All right,
Oh man, hold on.
I like how you bought me time over here.
Oh man, did my thing just my I think my AirPods just took a crap.
I can see you though. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. As soon
All
as I
right.
get back by the bar, I'll fix these darn AirPods. Yeah, you just come back around here and then circle back around to the
That's
main
crazy.
landing area. You got your restroom over here. Obviously, you guys have seen this joint.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to have a TV in there just in case taking care of business.
Dude, that's like the thing right there. I come to your house, I'm blowing that thing up, watching that. You probably won't even see me half the game. I'll be in there just handling business, watching the game.
Yeah, just make sure you get it on the Bears, the Lions, and the Vikings.
All right, so I saw that you had a Paul Horning autograph there. Paul Horning's my favorite Packer, probably, especially all time guys of those classic days. Uh, who's your favorite, like of the olden classic days, players?
It'd have to be Bart Starr. Um, I obviously I never got a chance. I never got a chance to meet Bart Starr, but just I mean, dude was a dog, man. Like
Yeah,
you look at his stats and what he did in that time period, man. It just it kind of makes me a little upset, man, when he's not mentioned amongst the greats. But I mean, I get it. Just like they always try to write off our championships that we won prior to the merger when it was when it became the Super Bowl. But
oh
I
yeah, dude,
did
they
I did meet Paul Hornan though. He was actually
did
here in
you?
Dayton. He was actually here in Dayton. When was it? I forgot when it was. 2014 ish. Um, yeah, really nice guy. I mean, legend, legend.
Oh, dude, absolute legend. I love me. I've never met Paul Harding, but I've always liked his story. Even as a young child, I knew I was going to be alcoholic one day, and I was like, I respect, I respect like everything, like because he was like, and I see Lambeau Leo over here. We're gonna get to that comment real quick, but Paul Harding was always like, because he was like before Lombardi got there, he was like, I'm not interested in playing for like a trash team. I'll go be a lawyer, be what, because back then it wasn't like millions of dollars and all that stuff. So he was good, but he's like, I'm gonna go do my thing. I don't know if I'm quoting him exactly, but he was basically saying like, if this ain't gonna be something, then I'm just gonna go do my thing. But Lombardi came in there, they started winning, they started a guy he could trust. But hey, we're gonna get to the Lambeau Leos, but go to the fence, go to the fence thing, the old Packer fence, right?
Yes, sir. That's the
Like, what's the story
so
with
this
that?
is yeah, so this is the railing. I mean, this was sold um over at Lambeau Field,
Yeah,
when they were doing the renovations. They sold a bunch of these pieces. So I just, I had to get one, man. Shouts out to my homeboy Slab by D for going to go pick it up in his truck for me and holding it and waiting for me to get up to Green Bay to pick it up. But I mean the thing that's cool, man, is just, it's always cool to have a piece from
yeah,
Lambeau Field. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm gonna try and figure something out. Maybe this off season. Probably do something with it. As far as like a table or something. But with the railing, I mean, to have another piece of Lambeau Field. The
yeah,
club seat. I don't know, man. It's just it's cool to have those exclusive pieces that you get out of such a historic, venue and,
dude.
you know,
I
just to
I
have it down here in the house, bro. It's kind of surreal. So
I thought about getting one because like I saw that I was at Pro Shop one day and they had some of those kind of laying out. Or it might have been a little bit different, but they had from the stadium, and I was like, man, I could use that to keep my dog out of the basement. You know what I mean?
not for no, not for $1,500, bro. You
No, it
balling
was
out
too
of
much for
control.
that. No, but I would love to have that. Like there's so many things that I would like to like have by or whatever, but I don't really have a setup like I have a finished basement, so it just
I
like
hear
I'll
you.
put it next to the toilet. You know what I mean? But I want to get to this comment over here from Lambeau Leo. He says, Super Chat, down on nine. You got to pay to talk to me, boy. I'm just kidding. What's up, Lambo Lee? I appreciate you. Hey, Drew, how did you and Woodson meet? That's a good question because you got that good hookup with Woodson whiskey. I've also enjoyed some Woodson whiskey from time to time. And but how did that all work out? Because Woodson whiskey is sponsoring the Liddy Liberty tailgate.
Hmm.
Uh, how have you and Woodson met? Like I think you have a picture with him, so I think you obviously met. But what's that relationship like with you and Woodson Whiskey and Woodson?
Um, man, look, dude, power of social media, man. I mean, after some years of building up a following, when Charles went into the bourbon whiskey side of things, my man Jay that runs Woodson Whiskey alongside Charles, he found me on social media, reached out to me. asked me if I wanted to kind of be, a part of the movement and, help him promote. And I was like, for the GOAT,
Yeah.
absolutely. Count me in. So, we just, just over the years, man, have just established a pretty good relationship, promotion wise. And then also too, man, just, kind of just becoming friends, man. My boy Jay, man, that dude is he's a solid dude, man. I'm
He
I'm
is.
truly I'm truly blessed to call him a friend. Um, and then Charles, man, I mean, it was crazy. One night we were out here watching the game, and I get a FaceTime from Jay, and it's him and Charles. And I mean, everybody here at the bar, they were just like, "Are you serious? Is Charles Woodson right now FaceTiming you?" And we're just cutting up, man. Just talking some BS, man. I mean, he's such a down to earth dude, man. You would think that somebody of his stature would have some type of, you know, I don't know, just that ego,
Yeah.
that surrounds him. But once you get a chance to meet him, man, he's real personable. Obviously with him and I, we share that common interest in golf and Jordans as well. But Charles, no, he don't want to see me on that golf course, man. I play in his tournament, you know what I mean? And again, shouts out to Woods and Whiskey because I play on their team. And Charles normally gets he plays on another team because they kind of hold like just a fundraiser if whoever donates the most money, they get to have Charles Woodson as their fourth on their team. And
Yeah.
they
So
don't
no
nor- they
one,
don't they don't normally
you're not one
win,
of the
but
winners. So like
they don't they
people
don't
get to
normally
play with you.
win. Yeah, they don't normally win the teams that Charles is on, but the teams that I've played on with my boy Andy and then also Jay, we've been in the top five. I think couple years ago we were runner up. So this year we're bringing a squad, man, and we're going to try and win that thing, man. So if you're in the area, I think it's July 18th at Thornberry Creek there in Howard, Wisconsin.
Dude, I think I was at a wedding there one time. Dude,
Yeah, it's a
I,
nice place, man. I
dude,
love that course. I played that course so many times, but yeah, that's kind of how that relationship just kind of, it kind of came up. And I'm still doing the thing with Woods and Whiskey, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though, check this out.
yeah.
I don't know if you
So
guys saw this. It's
let us
empty.
know.
It's empty right now. It's empty right now because the stuff was so good, man. The Woodson Cinnamon Blitz coming out. Well, it's on the website now. You can go to the website, order you a bottle. It'll have a new label. They came out with this dope, like, just, I mean, the bit, it has a big W on it, and it's like got the fire, dude. It's so dope, man.
Yeah.
But this stuff right here, if you like drinking that other cinnamon whiskey, you know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna mention no names. That stuff is trash. That stuff is trash. I mean, if you could buy a fifth of that stuff for 13.99 at the gas station,
Dude,
you know it's trash. This stuff right here, I'm telling you, and I'm not just on some promo stuff, man. Like, for real,
no,
you can taste the actual, like, real cinnamon, bro. Like, it's wild, dude. But you still get the hint. You still get the hint of the whiskey, so it still has like kind of like a little bit of that bourbon burn, but man, really good stuff, man. So yeah, what's in cinnamon blitz, man? Go get you some. I think
get
I
your
might still
son.
have. I think I still might have a code if y'all try it. If y'all go order it, try the code Drew Cave. Save you 20%. If it doesn't work, shoot me a DM and I will holler at my folks and see if we can get that joint reactivated.
Yeah. Talk to your people. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude. Yeah.
Hope that I hope that answered Leo's question.
It probably did. Either way, I got us $2. So, you know,
Hey, man, that's cold. Cold
no,
blooded.
but yeah, what's whiskey? I'm not a big whiskey guy, but like, I remember when I did that shot
Oh
of Woodson
gosh.
whiskey at Lambeau Field while I was calling it sick. Thought I was getting fired, and then Charles Woodson retweeted it on Twitter. And then he's like,
Oh,
"Hope you
you
don't
just
get
getting it.
fired, but like you made
Yeah.
you made the video, and not me." But that was a fun day because I was like, I think I was telling people because I was all hammered. I was like, I got calling sick yet, and they're like, "Do it right here," and I was all hammered. I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And there's a lot of people around me, not just people I was with, but like a lot of people around me like knew us, not just me, but like the people we were with. And then so everyone was just kind of jacking me up, like, yeah, go, Matt. I'm like, oh. So I was just like, I called in. I was like, this is Matt Ramage. I ain't gonna make it in. And then as I was doing it, I was like, I didn't say it like that, but I had a bottle of Woodson whiskey in my pocket. Like I was at Liberty tailgate, and they were handing them out like candy to adults only. And maybe I stole them. I don't even know. But either way, I just cracked that thing open and I just did a shot and had to edit out that clip part where I was like, yeah, because I'm not a Woodson. I'm not a whiskey drinker that much.
Yeah.
But Woodson whiskey is good. It's
Hey man,
fantastic, but
like
it's not
I was
it's
telling,
not
like
my.
I was, that's the OG stuff right there, man. But yeah, this for me over a little, some rocks, man. I can sip this and be feeling right, man. So yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, get you
you're
some
gonna have
Woodson
to.
whiskey, some cinnamon blitz. I think out in Wisconsin, you can get it at Woodman's, you can get it at Festival, you can get it at High V. And I know the one local bar that I frequent, that I know a lot of folks frequent, C Street, over there downtown Green Bay. They got that Woodson whiskey, so go hit them up. But yeah,
Yeah.
man,
The festivals, they always got the hook up on Woodson whiskey.
yes, sir.
Anywhere you want to be at. If they don't serve Woodson whiskey where you at, leave because they
That's
don't
what I
know what's
normally do.
popping.
Yeah, that's what I normally do.
But all right, let's get back to the old man cave since it's man cave
Yes, sir.
Monday. All right, so like what's all right, so like maybe we just go back to that one. What's your favorite item? Or like
Oh
what's your
man.
like let me ask you this. What was your first item in this room, right? In this basement? Like the first time you're like, I can't believe I own this. Like the first item
Uh,
where because you have a lot of them now, right? We're like, oh my goodness. But like, what
I
was
mean,
the first time you had something? You were like, man, this
it
is
would
mine.
probably be the Super Bowl trophies, the
Probably that TV
replicas.
for me.
Yeah, it would probably be the replicas just because when I got them, I bought all four of them at the same time. So, as far as, just I mean, you gotta have the
Yeah.
the
How do you
Lombardis,
find those? I'm
man.
not gonna
But
ask you about price, but like, how do you
bro, so
find
like so
that?
these ones, when I got these ones, I bought these back in 2012. So the company that I bought them from, they are no longer in business, but I know the company that everybody has been getting them from now, I believe is Copy Trophy, which from what I've seen, they make some really, really good replicas.
All right.
Um, so, but the main thing with these is that you got to make sure that, the first two that you get for Super Bowl one and two have the AFL and NFL shields on them. And then obviously for 31 and 45, they only have the NFL shields on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so got to make sure whatever company you're dealing with, make sure they give you the right badges. So
Yeah, because you don't want them making it not what it really looks like. If you're gonna
yeah,
replica that thing right. Otherwise, just go to Packers Hall of Fame. You could steal them if you're getting if you feel real crafty.
yeah. If you trying to go to prison, go
Don't worry,
join
no one from
Jimmy.
the Packers watches this stuff. But all right. So what's your favorite thing? What's something in here that like if your house is burning down? Oh, hopefully it doesn't. I don't want
Man,
to
don't
bring no
say that,
bad.
man.
I shouldn't have said that. I
I
apologize
gotta
for
hold
that.
on. Let me hold on.
I don't have it.
Knock on some wood, bro.
I got wood over here. I don't think that's a Walmart table. There's no way that's real wood. But this is real wood. This has been in my basement since 1926. That's real wood. That's a tree right there. They carved it out. But anyways, if there was one thing you had to leave your house in a quick hurry and you had to show somebody your favorite thing, what would you grab? That's a good way to say it.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Not to be I mean, not to be like super sentimental, but the first thing I'd probably grab is this picture of my mom.
Yeah.
Um, and my mom passed away last year, so she's down here with me, man. Every time we're down here getting litty, and I know she's up there judging me. Sorry, mom. But
Yeah.
outside of that picture of my mom, man, probably have to be my shadow box for when I was in the Air Force. This was given to me when I retired, by the last unit I was with. They made this for me, so commemorates my time, my 20 years serve, and I probably grabbed that, man, to be honest with you, and
Yeah,
a couple bottles of Woodson whiskey.
yeah. No, I remember that video, like when you
Yeah,
retired.
I remember you tuning into my retirement thing, man. That was
Yeah,
dope. That was dope. Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, yeah. I did. First of all, salute. You know what I mean. I don't mean that literally because I'm not a military person, but like, dude, I was just talking to someone about that yesterday because we were talking about President's Day, and we were like, I was like, I'm not, because they still picked up my garbage, which is weird. My town's like, I don't care, but like, but I was saying that like the only holiday like I really care about, one of them. Like I don't even care about Christmas anymore. Like I don't know, I'm old. I'm like a Scrooge. But like Veterans Day is like one of the days I think that really matters the most because it's like, it's not celebrated enough. You know, people who give up their lives, not even just give up their lives, but like detour their lives to go do a thing, even if and they obviously could lose their life, but like even if they don't, like they change their life. Their families lost them for those times that they were gone, and obviously it affects them. It changes them in a lot of ways. I don't know any of this because just off movies because I'm a pansy, but but
Hey man, only 1% of the population, man, enlists in the military. So
yeah, and I definitely
if that'll tell you something.
yeah, you know what I mean. So props to you and props to everyone, and and then, I mean, I don't know. I'm a stupid idiot, but so, so let's get back to the cave. All right, so you have the jumbotron, right? And
Yes,
I've
sir.
seen that you've done some sponsor stuff with them, but like, dude, like I've always wondered, like, what is that? Is that just for TVs? How do they connect? Like, how do you figure all that out to have all the games on like different channels and whatnot? Because I've always wondered
So
that.
yeah, shout out Mini Jumbotron, man. If you tap into Mini Jumbotron, man, use code DrewK, save you a little 10%.
You
But
know what I mean?
this is the Nanotron. So when I was talking with Mike, who's the owner of the company, he had reached out to me prior and was like, "Hey, man, I'd love to get a piece down there in your spot." And I'm like, "Mike, man, I can't do it. Like, I have a basement. I only have my ceilings are only 8 feet, because that's pretty standard when you have a basement.
Yeah, it's higher than mine.
And I was like, unless you can make something low profile, so yeah, man, he went to the drawing board and crafted up this joint called the Nanotron. This is the Nanotron 24, for the 24-inch screens. I like it because it's 24 for Black Mamba Kobe Bryant. But yeah, so he made this low profile joint for me, man. So it's perfect. You know me, man. I'm short, so I mean, I'm not gonna be hitting my head on that joint. So, but I mean, even some of my people that have come over, they're 6 feet, 6'2", 6'4". I mean, they're not hitting their head on that thing, but they come close. But yeah, man. I mean, just four TVs. Normally, anytime you sync these things up, man, you can sync them up with a simple HDMI splitter. So you just hit it. You put the components back behind there. You want to get more than likely probably a one input to a four output to hit all four TVs. I actually have this TV synced up with the big screen and some of the other ones via HDMI splitter. The rest of these I kind of keep on their own, just because like with this one, the people back here, if they're sitting over here and they want a different game on, they could watch it on this one. uh this one on the side for these folks that are sitting over here. I mean, they have a view of a game over here, they have a view of a game over here, and they could have the view on the mini jumbotron. So there's TVs everywhere, bro.
Dude, yeah, you can't even drop a deuce in that place without.
it's it's pretty wild, man. I mean, even over here, we normally have obviously the Packers are normally on the main screen, and then the side TVs we normally have something that's on Sunday Ticket or whatever. This TV over here on the refrigerator is mainly used for the bartender. So if the bartender's back here serving drinks, they don't got to turn around to watch that TV behind them. They
Yeah.
could just look over here.
See, looking out.
uh yeah, so
So what TV watches the Matt Ramage show?
all of them, man. Really it's on this. Really it's on that BenQ V7050i with the 103-inch screen. Cause yeah, man, you look really good in 4K. Believe it or
Yeah,
not.
dude, I don't think I do. What like people will send me pictures like they're watching like on their like regular TV. I'm like, don't do that. Keep me on the phone. You know what I mean? I look better on a phone. But so what what's something in your collection that you think that people like when they're at your house are most surprised that you have, like something kind of like people wouldn't think of that someone would have.
Um, I don't know, man. I always kind of get, people kind of gawking over the trophies. For one, I've gotten the question so many times, are those real? I'm like, no, they're not real.
What do you think? I
Uh,
stole them?
I
I'm
mean,
not wanted by the Green Bay Police Department.
dude, that's a lot. I mean, these are expensive just being replicas. I can only
Yeah,
imagine
yo, for sure.
the real ones. But no, I think it's yeah, I mean, I think it's the wow factor of the trophies. Everybody always likes the three QBs, well, Rogers
Yeah.
isn't in the Hall of Fame yet, but he will be. But and I always get shit. I always get crap, man, about how I have them displayed. And I'm gonna clarify this right now. The
Yeah,
reason
let
why I
us know.
have Farr first, then Star, then Rogers. I know it's not in order on how they played, but for me, when you look at here, I'll just go right to it. When you look at this picture and every picture that these guys used to take with each other, where was Star? He was always in the middle, kind of like that father figure, right? That's why I
Yeah.
have them displayed this way. People always tell me, "Oh, that kills me that you have them displayed like that," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Well, hey man, you could be
I don't
mad
know
all you
what.
want. Just display yours the way you want them. Don't
Yeah,
worry about what
yeah.
I'm doing." So,
That that's what I'm saying. I would never think about coming to someone's house and be like, well, the basement was nice, but I didn't care for how you displayed the jerseys. I ain't gonna lie to
you need to do them this way. I'm like, "Well, how do you have yours displayed?" "Well, I don't have them." "Well, shut up.
you. Yeah.
Why you even talking to me right now?"
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, Lambeau Leo's throwing more money at me. You know what I mean? So let's talk to him a little bit. What's up, Lambeau Leo Super Chat 4.99, my man. Next
Man, Lambo
season, on
Leo's
my way
balling.
home to Indiana, can I stop and watch a game at your place? It's on my bucket list. I don't think
Leo,
he's talking to me.
let's make that happen, man. Let's make that happen for sure. For sure,
Yeah,
for
Lambeau
sure.
Leo's the man. So I forgot I
But
was gonna
yeah,
ask you
like
that.
just to go back to what you were saying was what people kind of, you know, are in awe of. Like I said, I think honestly, Matt, not to toot my own horn, man,
Yeah, toot it.
I don't think it's just one specific item, to be honest with you. I just think as soon as they get down here in the landing area and then they make this right and then they come around and then they just kind of walk into everything, they're just like, what and like what where am I at? What how
For
is this
real.
how is this down here? And they did, you know what I'm saying? And then they just see everybody at the bar just having a good time. And I think the atmosphere and the vibe is what really gets people, man, because I say this a lot, man, where I know there's plenty of people out there that have a way better collection than I do. Um, they have items that I wish I can add, and maybe one day eventually I will. But I just feel like our vibe and the atmosphere down here, especially on game days, just I can't be beat right now, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
So
yeah, because I'm gonna do a bunch of these, and some will be big. Like obviously, I think yours is the biggest. Yours is the best as far as I've seen, and I think you've been featured on ESPN, Instagrams, and all the top sports Instagram pages. I think TikTok probably too, but like I think it's cool. Just like people like just their passion. Lambeau Leo is a guy we've been talking to tonight. He's got an awesome collection. Even the Green Bay guy, my buddy, he's got a collection. But it's not always about the size. I always try to tell my wife that it's not always about the size. You know what I mean? It's
wait a
not about the
minute, wait a
size of
minute.
the
You're
collect.
you
No, I'm
did
talking
you
about the
say the
size of the
did you say
collection.
wait, hold up. Did you say the Green Bay guy, your buddy?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
talking about Ben?
yeah. I'm talking about Ben.
Bro, Ben and I go back like 4 seats in a Cadillac, dog. Like Ben and I've been knowing each other for a minute. That's my dog. Don't
No,
trip.
no, no.
Hey, actually,
Ben's the
look, check
man.
check
I
this
remember
out,
I do.
Matt.
I do. Hey, I started talking to Ben when he was working at Arby's. That's a
Bro.
great picture right there. I love it. So I am on your wall.
Yeah, of course you are.
All right, there we go.
Of
Someone said
course you
on
are.
Facebook.
There you go over
No,
there too. Me,
Dude, look at
you,
that.
Kelly, and I think is that
Brother-in-law.
your,
Yeah,
yeah, brother-in-law. Yep.
my brother-in-law Matt. Yeah, yeah. Represent.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I got you in here, bro.
That that's
I got
awesome.
I got everybody in here, man. All my peoples that have always showed me love, man. Obviously, you got all the big wigs from, my homeboy Dave from SoCal, Senior Cheesehead, you, I mean, everybody, man, all friends and family, and just, always trying to represent, the people that kind of have come along, for the ride with us, man. So
Dude, that absolutely. So, what are those arcade games?
so those are
What do you got?
those.
What do you got on the arcade?
I got the old, these are the arcade one-ups. Got to have the golden tee, as an avid golfer.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep it classic, man. You got to have a little Pac-Man. You know what I mean? So really, that's for the, when people bring their kids over,
Yeah.
um,
That's where I'd be over
to
there.
kind of, yeah, kind of keep the kids over here in this area and not so much over there in the bar area.
Yeah, yeah. So has anyone ever been like at the spot, right? Get a little too excited, maybe drank too much, puke all over the place, and someone who used to just like a huge mess.
I've
You don't
only
have to name no
had
names, but like
no, I've
anyone
only
ever have like
had
a bad, like the worst day of their life in your basement? Because I would feel horrible if
no,
that.
I've only had one. I've only had one person puke down here. Um, and I want to say the toilet seat a long, long time ago got busted. Like somebody sat
Oh,
down too hard, a little too fast, and that joint just
yeah, someone got after it.
popped
They ate
popped
a Taco
off.
Bell on the way over there. That's what
Yeah, you know what
happened.
I mean? It just popped off. So I was just kind of like, I was like, oh damn, I gotta get a new toilet seat. That's new.
I broke a toilet seat in my day. I'm not from that reason sitting down too hard. My son was a baby and he woke up and I got mad and I woke up and I slammed the toilet seat. And I remember my wife complaining because she should go buy a new toilet seat because there was a crack in it. Every time he sat down on that thing, he got pinched. So that's how that was. But anyway, we are here with Drew, the number one Packers fan cave. Number one, like you've seen all the fan caves because like I said, you've been on ESPN's Instagram page, right? What are all the
Mhm.
pages that like kind of reposted you that you think are cool
I
besides
mean, yeah,
mine?
like you said, man, ESPN, Bleacher Report, Bleacher Report, Gridiron, House of Highlights, the NFL joints, man, like NFL on CBS, NFL on Fox, Sunday Night Football, a lot of them, man. The thing that was kind of cool today, man, I don't know if you saw, but old all pro safety Xavier McKinney liked the little post that I did from when he got his fifth pick in LA. I did a little video. I took the video from the Packers Instagram, and I made sure I gave them credit that it was their video, so nobody got upset. But I threw that, Kendrick Lamar, not like us, lyric behind there, and it just kind of went with, when the guy
Dude,
celebrated when he got his fifth interception, they would count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where in the Kendrick Lamar joint, it's like how many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, and it just kind of went like with the video, and yeah, he liked it today, man. That was kind of cool. So
dude,
uh
that is cool. Like when players like Jeff Janis followed me last night. I assume he was getting
oh wow,
hammered.
that's dope.
He must have been like blacked out. Maybe a video of mine popped up. And he was like, "Why not?" But no, I think it is cool. Have you ever thought about having a podcast? Senior Cheesehead. I don't know if he does it anymore or when he wants to or whatever. But first of all, he has the best podcast name. Cut the cheese with Senior Cheesehead. I'm telling you, dude. I want to steal it. But anyways, I don't want to talk about it. But that's such a great because I do cut the cheese at a cheese factory. I wouldn't have cut the cheese. I would have cutting the cheese. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
no, I think it's great for what he did. Anyways, obviously, Senior Cheesehead is the man. I'm not trying to steal your podcast name, bud. But have you ever thought about having a podcast? Because I feel like your situation down there, you wouldn't even have to be a good podcaster.
Oh,
You
but
know
I
what I
would
mean?
be good
When you have
though.
a background like this,
I
you
would,
gotta kind of up your game a little.
I would be good. No, but no, I
No,
have,
you would be
man.
great, I think.
I was actually supposed to start one, man. And I hope he's watching too. My homeboy Brent, Two Gloves. Him and I were supposed to start one, and it wasn't just gonna be like, just all Packers. It was, we was gonna talk about everything.
Yeah,
But just because, and that kind of came up just in mine and his conversations that we would have at the bar. Every time him and I would start, just kind of just talking about just everyday things, man, like just our banter back and forth. It was just so good. And I mean, people used to be around the bar just like watching us conversate and have discussions about, just because, we were really animated. Granted, we were probably a little sauced up,
yeah.
but yeah, man,
That
unfortunately
was me.
he moved to New York a couple months ago. So shout out to Brent Two Gloves, man. That's my brother. I miss him. Hopefully he him and his new fiance.
All
Hopefully
right,
they
congratulations.
yeah. Shouts out to Karen and Brent. Hopefully they make their move back here, man. Because if they do make their move back here, you will see us start a podcast,
Dude,
and it will be lit, man. So
dude, can I give you an idea? All right, here's my idea for
okay.
people with big TVs, right behind them, and they have like a good setup. You could have you could be in front of your big TV, right? Have a spot set up, and you could have the guest, whoever your co-host, whatever, on the big TV. Lil Wayne used to do this. If you
Hmm.
go on YouTube, and you
Yeah.
probably know, but people don't know. If you go on YouTube and search Lil Wayne podcast, he interviewed Eminem, obviously probably a bunch of other people. I didn't see all of them, but like I think that's such. I think if you have a big TV and someone's on it, like Pat McAfee kind of does this, but AJ Hawk a lot of times, it
Yep.
feels like they're in the spot. It's not like this, which is fine too. This is a great show right now. You're watching, you're witnessing magic over here, people. But
History.
but I feel like if you had a spot with that big TV and you just had your co-host or your guest or whatever, I think that I wish I could do that, but I'm in a dungy old basement. I have a TV over here, but I watch it. I can't have one behind me too. Budget ain't that high over here, Drew.
Hey man,
No, but I
with
think you could,
that
and
$7 you just got from Leo, man. Hey,
yeah.
just put that away, man. Start building that up.
No, I'm trying to get a soundboard. I want to have different I want to hit buttons. Like I right now I got to go over here, right? Like you say something real clever, which hasn't happened yet, but if it did, I would hit you.
Hit me with the hot button.
No, but I want to have a soundboard. But yeah, no, but I think that you would absolutely be great at a podcast, and Senior Cheesehead was too. I listened to a lot of his stuff back in the day. I don't think podcasting isn't as fun as people think.
Well, thanks, man. I'm honored to be a guest.
No, it is. I just mean that it's not. It's not as. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Shout out to Senior Cheesehead. He's an absolute legend, Packer fan. So
Marcos.
So let's talk about that. We got Senior Cheesehead, we got Marcos in the building over here. Who are your legendary Packer fans? All right, you don't gotta say me. No, I'm just kidding. You better
I
damn
mean,
well say me.
you
No,
are
I'm
one
just
of
kidding.
them, bro.
No,
You
but
are
like
one of them.
not even legendary Packer fans because like that's all part of it. But like your friends, like there are so many like Liberty tailgate. Whenever I go there, there's always like people who are like, holy, a lot of people are like, hey, that's, they're kind of happy to see me, but there's never been a time I've been at Liberty where I wasn't like, oh, that's that dude from like Instagram or whatever. First of all, I thought Guy Fieri was there. Wasn't him. I was fooled on like so many layers.
That dude's wild, man. That dude
Dude,
looks
you know what's
exactly
funny?
like
Because
him.
like
Exactly.
I was like, that's not him. And then so we met, and then it was like, no, that was Guy Fieri. I was like, oh my goodness, that was Guy Fieri. I treated him like a regular person, not like a regular person, but I was like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. And then afterwards, I was like, that looked like Guy Fieri. Like it was. So then I told everyone the story. I was like, I met Guy Fieri. I didn't know it was Guy Fieri. That's crazy that Liberty tailgate had Guy Fieri there. And then it was like a month later, I was like maybe talking to you or someone. They're like,
I think he was back there. He
that was
normally goes
not
to,
him.
yeah,
They're
he
like, that
normally
was
goes to
not.
he's normally a regular there.
Well,
So
he's an awesome guy. I'm not like saying
yeah,
anything,
cool dude.
but like I literally, because at first I was like, it's not him. Obviously, it's a guy who looks like him. Very nice guy too, because I talked to him, and then people were like, that was him. And then afterwards, you're like, it wasn't. But it was like a 6-month period where I was like, Like my
I
brain
just
was
met Guy
like,
Fieri.
no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. No, but like, I forgot the question. But yeah,
The question
Liberty
was, the
tailgate.
question was, who is my all-time favorite Packer fans or something? And
Yeah.
you were gonna be one of them. Hey, do you remember that one time
Yeah.
we went to the Broncos game with Frank and
Yeah.
Ben, and we were
Yeah. That
walking
was.
around after, and somebody came up to you, and I wasn't. I think I maybe had, I don't know, at that time maybe like 20,000 followers. You were still sitting at that 50 and
Yeah,
doing
I'm
your
still
thing or
there.
whatever.
Nothing's
And
ever
and
happened.
uh and we were walking around after the game, and some dude came up to you. He's like, "Hey, Matt, man, I want to get a picture." And you're like, "Yeah, man, cool." And you took a picture with him. You're like, "Oh yeah, nice to meet you." And then they kind of walked away. And then you looked at me. You said, "You see, Drew, see how famous I am? People come up to me, want to take picture. Nobody, no, want to take pictures with me. No one knows who you are." I looked at you and I was like,
Dude,
"Yeah, you're right, dog."
you know, you know what that means is that that was the moment that I realized that we were friends, and I could talk, I could trash you.
Oh,
I
that
tell
was
people,
so funny, man.
dude, I
That was
tell
so. It was
people,
like I
I
got
tell
kicked in
people,
my nuts, bro. It was like I got kicked in my nuts.
I'm
I
sorry,
was
but
like,
like
"Oh, that
for
hurt."
me, cause like for me, like at work, for people who I'm actually friends with, I insult them, and people who I don't like, I'm really nice to. Like, hey, how you doing?
Oh
Can I
yeah,
get that
yeah,
for
for
you?
sure,
But
for
like your
sure.
friends, you gotta
You got
talk
to rib
trash
them.
to.
You got to rib them.
Yeah, yeah.
But no,
No, but
man, like obviously you, you shouts out to, everything that you've done, man. And honestly, man, I mean, even, when I was coming up, like I said, when we first had met, man, I mean, you would post my stuff and all that stuff, man. So I mean, you kind of helped me get to where I'm at. So man, I appreciate that. But the homie Big Dave, man, shouts out to
dude,
Dave, man.
legend.
Packers fan of the year this year, man. I knew they weren't going to give it to Dave, bro. Like, even though
Well, they
I
were
knew
gonna give
we
it to a two in a row.
exactly, bro. And that's what I said. I said, Dave, look, dog, at the end of the day, you're still our fan of the year, bro, hands down. And I know we killed that voting button, bro. I know that thing was like
Yeah,
tired of seeing people voting for Dave. So I think they just were like, oh, the Lions, they, they're never gonna
yeah.
win
They weren't.
anything, and they're
They're not
they're
gonna let
just
two.
let's give them the fan of the year, blah blah blah. So whatever. But yeah, shouts out to Dave, obviously the homie Marcos, man. He's a big staple, a big you know, uh mascot, if you will, for
Well,
the Packers.
he's one of the most because like Marcos and Cena Cheesehead for people who don't know, and Steve the owner. I feel like are the two of
And
the
Jeff Frozen
yeah
Tundra,
yeah.
man.
I
Dude,
mean
Jeff's have you seen Jeff's costume like up close and personal, like with the nostril
yeah yeah
icicles, bro? The thing that man does to get ready, bro, just to go
yeah
to that is wild, dude. I mean, shouts out to the Frozen Tundra, man, dude. That is dedication, dude. I couldn't do
yeah
that. I mean, I feel funny just wearing my big Noggin Boss hat. Shouts out to
yeah.
Noggin Boss.
I couldn't even wear that
They didn't
either.
pay me to
I,
say that.
no, I
Maybe.
got one right here, bro. I got one right here.
Yeah, man.
I want my money. I want my money. If I can reach that some bitch, give me my money.
Hold up, hold
No,
up.
but
Let's
I'm
go.
saying me
Let's
and Drew, we
go.
try to get that
Let's
money
go.
today.
Let's
We try
go,
to get
man.
paid today,
Hey,
bro.
shouts out to Noggin Boss, man. Let's
No, no.
go.
But for real, like
Let's go.
these hats are great. I don't know if I'd wear one to a game because I'd feel like a
I
weirdo,
did.
like with
I
people
wore it
behind
to
me.
the
I remember one time I asked
Well,
Marcos.
yeah, it's like Marco's wearing this, and Marcos don't ever sit down either. Like
Yeah, yeah. I
he be sitting front row, standing up the whole time. People be yelling at him, "Sit your ass down." He's like, "No, I paid my money just like you. I'll stand up."
dude, I asked Marcos
Marcos
one
is
time. I
wild,
was
bro.
like about his sombrero. I said, "Don't people get mad at you like behind you because you're wearing that?" And he said to me, "They should have bought better tickets."
They should have been in the row in front of me. They got to be on the field to to not be
No,
mad at his
no, no.
sombrero. But yeah, man,
Marcos
I wore
and
this
his
to the
wife, they be
Frisco
getting
game.
after it.
I think I wore this to I actually wore this to the Frisco game. I wore this to the Frisco game, the Dolphins game, and did I wear this to the Bears game?
Man, you be remembering stuff, huh?
I don't know if I wore this to the Bears game. I think it might have been too cold. I don't think I wore it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You
Shouts
know
out
what
to
we should
Noggin
do,
Boss,
dude?
man.
I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking about that. Yeah, shout the Noggin Boss, whatever. This was a gift. I didn't pay for this thing. I
Yeah,
thought about buying.
man.
You know, one time I went to the. No, I don't want to tell a story.
See,
But
I got that
I got this
got that
thing.
Woodson on there.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
that
have that
Woodson
Woodson whiskey
whiskey
on there.
let represent. You know what we should do one of these days? We should do a show from your basement where I'm on the big screen and you're in front of it. We should test this thing out.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, yeah, we should do that. It'd be like a collaboration. The Drew Cave. Man,
But yeah, going back, yeah, Marcos. Shouts out to Marcos.
yeah,
Some of the bigger, man, bigger Packer fans I know that have like huge followings. Shouts out to the homegirl, Andy Candy.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
dope, man. And just all the folks that that just keep it real, man, and just
Dude, the
show
Liberty
love. I
Litty
mean,
tailgate people like from California, because like a lot of them, like I couldn't even say their names right now, but like I meet them and like we only talk at those venues where like I see them and like, hey, how's it going or whatever. And I don't remember, and they
yeah.
probably don't remember me either. But like, there's always like good people at that Litty
Yeah, I
Liberty
mean,
tailgate.
yeah, at the tailgate, man. I mean, shouts out to Brittany.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. It's like,
she puts that thing on, man, and it's just
yeah,
I feel bad because obviously I'm in Ohio, so I try to do what I can. But I'm notorious for showing up late, and she always gives me crap about it.
yeah. I
Um,
show up late too.
but
I park in front of her house.
I mean, I'm sorry, Brittany, but yeah, man. Like, I mean, it's just a vibe, man. Like, she does her thing, and a lot of times she's up all hours of the morning, man. Like cooking food, getting
Yeah,
stuff ready.
but dude,
Normally,
one
from
thing,
the donations that we get, that's how we get the beers and stuff like that. We have a
yeah,
sponsorship with Woodson Whiskey. We have a sponsorship with Bayou Dog Chili, which is the best chili you're ever gonna have.
yeah,
And we just invite everybody, man, to come and have a good time. So yeah, man, it's just a good time. But I think a lot of the ones that you've been to is a lot of the crowds that do come from California, they'll migrate over to the tailgate just to come kick it. And just because, with myself and with Dave, with our roots being back in California, we can kind of, ping that area, and then they just see the spot and they see how fun it is, man. I mean, we turn up, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah. You can
I
always
mean,
spell the California folk because they be around that fire. You know what I mean?
oh
They
yeah, they
be,
be cold, bro. They be around that fire, bro, with like damn sneakers on. I'm like,
dude.
y'all ain't got no, you
They're
ain't got
literally
no
trying to
snow
start
boots.
themselves on fire. They're like, it is cold over here.
Man, I remember one year. My homegirl Daisy, she had to leave the tailgate and got an Uber to go to whatchamacallit, what's the name of the damn outdoor place down there on Lombardi? Why am I blanking on the damn name?
Wild
No.
Lombardi.
Uh, God, what is the name? Cabela's. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Cabela's. She took an
Cabela's.
Uber down to Cabela's to go buy some damn snow boots because it was so cold. All she had on was some damn like Toms or some Vans or something. I'm like, your feet are gonna turn black and break off.
Yeah, you won't even
You're
have
gonna
them
get
anymore.
frostbite, and you're gonna have the black toe, and the toe's gonna break off. You need to go get some snow boots. I think she ended up going and buying some Sorels. But yeah, California folks, man,
Dude.
they love going to the games in Wisconsin until it's too
Till
damn
they,
cold, bro.
till their toes is black.
Yeah, until they're to get that frostbite, man.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
don't want
man.
that. But my one memory of give a shout out to Liberty tailgate. You know what I mean? We were over there having a tailgate. It was a whiteout game, and
Mm.
she had chili out there. I was like, I don't know if this is the best the best side. And then that was like the joke. She was laughing. She's like, I don't know. I didn't think about it like that. But I was like, bro, I can't be out here eating chili in my new white hoodie I just bought for like $3,000 at
You
the
guys should
pro
have had
shop.
a prize for the person that didn't have a speck of chili on their white clothes. That would have been
Yeah.
dope.
No,
Shoot, if I would have known about that, I would have donated something.
but shout out to the Liddy Liberty. Dude, that's a hard thing to say.
Liddy Liberty. Say it 3 times, Matt. Liddy
Liddy
Liberty.
Liberty
Liddy.
tailgate. I'm just trying to say it one time, Drew. I'm just trying to say it one time. But here we go. We were at the Drew Cave over here, and it's a
Hey,
marvelous place. And big shout to table.
hey,
Show some props.
shout out to Slab by V, man, for this. Matt, I know you got one of these, man.
Yeah,
These
yeah, I got
darn
one right
card
over here.
tables,
It's got
man.
about a case of empty cans on it right now.
The way he does these, man, with the three, like, it's almost like a 3D layering of the cards and just the finish on these joints, man. Hit up Slab by B to get your table, man. Any team, anything you need, man.
Yeah,
He's
Slab by
he's
B. He can do coffee tables too.
yeah,
He told me that one day. He do any type of table,
he's
as
working
long
on
as
another
it's
table for me that I'm having him do a Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant table for me. So yeah, that'll be sick, man. But I'm gonna have
there you go.
a lot of more tables by Slab IB down here.
Yeah, it'd be a Slab by B
This coming
marathon table
this
convention down
coming
here.
season. You know what, man? I was just thinking about it, man. Let me just go through some of the pieces, man.
And
And
what you got? It's supposed to be a
I'm just gonna
tour. Come
go.
on, show me
Yeah.
something.
So yeah, here we go. So we're gonna start off here. You know, you got the three QB helmet signed by Bart Starr, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You got the Air XP, which is the an exact build of Rodgers. Um, game day helmet that he wore, pretty much all of his career. But the thing about this one that's dope is the three inscriptions. So you got Lambeau legend on there, you got leader of the pack, and then you got um his Super Bowl stat line, which I haven't seen a lot of those. So, 24, 39, 304 yards, three touchdowns, and Super Bowl MVP. So that helmet is, I mean, it's pretty sick, man. You got the game worn Devontae Adam receiver gloves. You got the salute to service Jordy Nelson helmet over there. Some game worn cleats from Nick Barnett. Little signed football over there.
Dude, Nick Barnett.
Obviously, like I said, you got the club seat, the Lombardi
So
Legends signed by Jay
yeah,
Taylor, Boyd Dowler, Paul Hornung, and Bart Starr.
I was gonna say that
Um,
that picture is ridiculous.
yeah, man,
That
that was a staple piece of mine that I had to get. Mine and Kelly's stock certificates. Our stock certificates are from the 2011 sale. Um, And then you see, man, it's just like little things that, like with my OCD, like I knew I was going to put the footballs on top of these cases, but I knew I wanted to have, they both had to have silver signatures, right? Just because
uh
I wanted them
yeah.
to match. So, got the Jordy Nelson Super Bowl signed, and the same thing with the Clay
So
Matthews.
who is your favorite Packer of all time?
Oh man, that's hard to say, man. I mean,
It
obviously
is. It's a tough one.
It's between Charles and Donald Driver. Just real, just real stand up dudes,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. That's a
So
tough question. When people ask me that, I'm like, dude, you're a piece of you know what I mean? Like, why are you asking that type of question? Because it's tough. So what are we looking at here?
here you got the this is a replica helmet made to look like Jerry Kramer's helmet from the Ice Bowl with um the play for the sneak at the Ice Bowl. And it's signed by Jerry Kramer. I mean, that helmet is sick, man. Shout out to Glenn Christensen. If you guys don't know who Glenn Christensen is, Google him, look him up. He has by far one of the, if not the greatest Packer memorabilia collection on earth. Little Bart Starr signed helmet by Fuzzy Thurston. Some
Oh, Fuzzy
actual
Thurston.
these are actually Amon Green's shoes that were specifically made for him. They have the Batman logo on them, and they're signed by Amon
Yeah.
Green.
Dude,
Let's see what else we got over here.
dude, that Amon
Uh,
Green Batman stuff. I remember working at a car
yeah,
wash. He'd come through. He had the Batman stuff on his vehicle too.
on everything. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
this is the haystack picture signed by everybody in the picture, obviously. The
Yeah,
reason why I got this one too, man, I just love the blue ink as well, like the blue
yeah.
markers that they used on it. Shouts out to Card and Coin. That's where I picked that one up at. You can come over here. I mean, I got some other, just signed pictures. You got your jerseys over here. This wall over here is, I don't know if you can
AJ
tell
Hawk,
what
Clay
I was trying
Matthews.
to do with it, but I mean, you see. you got Nick Collins. Then below you got him making that pick on
Yeah.
Roethlisberger in the Super Bowl. Got AJ Hawk. Obviously, AJ Hawk was one of the captains. Shout out AJ Hawk. He's from Centerville, Ohio, which is
Yeah.
literally like
Represent, baby.
10 minutes down the road. I'm trying to get AJ Hawk to come through, man. That would be dope. And then obviously, Clay Matthews when he made the hit on Rashawn
Dude.
Mendenhall to cause that fumble, the spill it picket
I
famous
think you should have
call.
like honorable like AJ Hawk flipping the bird
Oh yeah, that'd be
somewhere.
sick too. Yeah.
I'm not
And then
saying
this
I'm not trying to be one of those people. You should have done this differently.
yeah, you should put your star jersey first, stupid.
Dude,
Shut
whenever I
up.
think of AJ Hawk, that's all I think about is that flipping the bird. Though. That's why I had to bring it up.
But then this wall over here, obviously, with that Sports Illustrated cover, with that receiving core,
Yeah.
man. So I just, and I wanted to make sure I had the jerseys, white, green, white, green, white, green. OCD, bro. It's kind of crazy.
You got
Um,
Lynn Dickey anywhere in that building?
I do not. I do not. I did just get a really sweet Don Horn piece though.
How about
Um,
Don Mikowski?
I do not have no Magic Man down here.
So I'm like
Um,
asking you all the things you don't have. You have
yeah,
everything, and I asked like the three things you
except
don't got.
those. Except those.
No, I think that you have the best spot. So Packers everywhere. Let's shout the Packers everywhere.
Oh
They
yeah, my Packers everywhere
yeah.
family,
So
man.
Packers
They are
everywhere.
the
They
best.
do a lot of stuff for like people who are Packer fans all over the world. Right? They're in California. They're in different countries. They're in Ohio. They're all over. So how do you get linked up with them? And how do you get like all the perks that Packers everywhere is giving? They're giving everyone the perks except for Matt Ramage. Why is that? I'm just kidding. But
You ain't kidding.
tell me about I'm hurt a little bit Packers everywhere, but we're gonna move on. But like, what does Packers everywhere do? Because like because you're Packers everywhere, you've been connected with them. What do they do for like Packer fans abroad and whatnot?
I mean, they do. I mean,
They
man,
have all
like
the
every
pep
they
rallies and whatnot.
yeah, they do all the pep rallies on a lot of the away games. So they'll set up shop, they'll find a venue. More than likely it's a sports bar of some sort. They bring along some of the Packer alumni. They have games, prizes, meet and greets. My homegirl Rebecca Zacard, she
Yeah,
is the
she did a good
host,
job.
and she's another one too. Like me and Rebecca, man, we go back like way back before she was working for the Packers. She was just a fan, and I used to follow her YouTube. And I mean, she was just for me, she was just hilarious, man. Like she had this show just talking sports, and she just her energy, and I was like, man. So when she got signed to do the Packers everywhere stuff, man, I was like, man, I know her, man. That's the homie. So yeah,
Yeah,
shouts out
yeah,
Packers
she does a
everywhere, man.
great
But yeah,
job. Yeah, yeah,
they do a lot for the fans, man. The interaction that they have, the giveaways and all that stuff to just make sure that everybody you know everybody can get a chance to be a part of something. And the thing about it too, the big thing that they started with was if you were like an establishment like a sports bar somewhere, you can apply to become an official Packers Everywhere bar, and your
Oh,
information would come up on the website. So like let's just say, Matt, you're traveling. I know you don't go out of the country or you don't go out of the state.
dude, I'm
You
I'm a,
probably
I'm known
you
traveler
probably you
too.
probably don't even leave. Probably you don't even go further than your work. But if you did go somewhere, let's
I
just say
try
you ended
not
up
to.
in let's just say you ended up in Arkansas, right?
Arkansas.
And you're like, man, I gotta be in Arkansas for work. Man, I gotta get there on Saturday. We start this new job on Monday. Where am I gonna watch the game? You jump on Packers Everywhere, type in
Boom.
your wherever you're at, and it'll if there's a bar that's registered, they'll tell you, hey, this is an official Packers Everywhere bar. And then nine
Yeah,
times out of ten, man, you show up there and it is just packed with Packer fans, and you just feel right
yeah.
at home. So
So if you're in Arkansas, you want a Packers bar, not a Klan rally, you're gonna be all right. You go to PackersEverywhere.com. I couldn't let that one go. But all right, no, but like I'm actually gonna meet up. Booze 2 in O'Connell, Wisconsin. We're trying to figure out how to do a live show there. So maybe that could be a Packers Everywhere
nice.
bar. I'll tell them.
Heck
He got
yeah.
Packers stuff. Maybe he could be. Anyways, PackersEverywhere.com on all the social medias. Check that thing out. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Let Drew get back to his life. So, are these all a bunch of tickets of games you went to, real quick?
Yes, these are
They don't
well,
have them like that no
I
more.
know, man, and it sucks, dude, because
It
obviously you can tell I
does.
collect them, but yeah, these are
Now you got screenshots on the next frame.
yeah, these are the stubs that I've collected over the games that I've been to. This is obviously my first one, 2000 was that November 29th, 2004. Um
Yeah.
that was a huge game for me, obviously being my first game, and then it was actually Kelly's 21st birthday, so that was actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
She
that was
bought
a
her she
long
bought her
time ago.
she bought her first beer at Lambeau Field.
No
Gotta have
kidding.
gotta have a
So
gotta have
you
a
like you
Lombardi pizza in
basically
there.
you are like you're like the bad influence. You're like I feel like if her first I don't know I don't know why I'm blaming you out the gate because I don't know your whole story, but I
I
feel
mean,
like
that's fine.
if her whole first beer was at a Packers game, I think that's a good way to do it though.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, that's a memory that her and I have, forever.
Yeah, yeah. Like my
You
first
know,
beer was like in an alley. You know what I mean? Like I remember it, but like it wasn't romantic.
speaking of Rebecca Zacard, she's on this.
There you
She
go.
was just on this photo here.
There you go.
That's me, and that was us at one of the Packers Everywhere events.
That's
This damn
awesome.
gimbal is
Yeah, the
acting
Packers
crazy.
Everywhere events look very fun. I've never been, I don't travel that well. There we go, the Drew Cave. Dude. This is the spot right here. So, everyone, it's the
Yeah,
Drew Cave.
don't judge back behind the bar, man. You know, back behind the bar, it's always
Oh,
a mess. This is
yeah, no, I
so
like this back behind the bar view.
it's yeah,
So like, show me now, all right? So like,
this is where
the
Eddie the
bartender,
bartender.
the
Yeah, this
bartender,
is what
what's he seeing, or
this
he
is
or
what he
she
see.
seeing, or
This is what
you
he
got,
sees, man.
yeah, yeah.
He just pans around and just he can see
So you don't
everything.
see the whole big screen, but you got a lot of other TVs to look at.
Oh yeah,
You
for
don't miss
sure.
the game. Plus, you busy because people are drinking.
Yep. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Eddie
This
the
is
bartender, man. He
Eddie the
does a hell of a
bartender.
job. He
I think
does
he
a
just
hell of a
followed me on
job.
Instagram, so I followed him back or before we started this thing. So shout out to Eddie the bartender. Shout out to all the people. Shout out to your wife, because she's got to put up with this stuff, and obviously she's a big, huge Packer fan as well. But I don't care. You and her, this is so much work. Not even just having this stuff, because getting it is one thing, but then actually having these events and having to like I don't know, just figure it all out and keep it clean and have people at your house. Like, how many rooms you got? Are people are just sleeping in in alleyways? What's happening over there?
I mean, it's a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath home. I mean, it's nothing like
People are sleeping in
overly
the garage. They sleep in the
overly
cars. Like,
huge, but a lot of times people just they go home after here, unless they're out of
yeah.
town guests. We'll have some people here, but normally, I mean, we have a lot of nice hotels around here. So,
Yeah, you're like, take your
um,
ass to a hotel.
one thing though wanted to highlight too was this because I always get asked about this, like basically what
Yeah.
people think that this is a bunch of ball markers, like because I play golf. But these coins, a lot of these coins, I got. Just during my time in the military
Hey, dude.
from different leaders from different assignments, stuff like that, so a lot of my military coins. So
Dude, I respect that, and I'm not trying to. But check this out. This is a
heck
military
yeah,
coin.
yes
This is
sir.
USS Ramage. I'm not in the military, but like someone in my family was. And they have like a whole
Nice.
ship named after him. Someone
That's
gave me
pretty
this
dope,
coin.
dude.
Yeah,
That's
someone
pretty
gave me this
dope.
coin like at a tailgate. They're like, "Hey, I got something for you." This coin, I keep it in my pocket. I carry it every single day with me because someone told me that when someone gives you a military coin, it's like a
Yeah,
great.
if they challenge, well, and two, it's a challenge coin too. So if somebody throws a challenge coin on you at the bar, if they throw it down, and if you're the person that doesn't have the coin, you have to buy the round for the bar.
Oh, I
But
thought it was like
if
a
they
challenge or a
if
duel.
if they throw the challenge coin down and everybody at the bar has their coin, then they have to buy the bar round. So
Oh,
there's consequences if you challenge, kind of pro and con. So I don't know if you've seen this, Matt. So
what do you got,
end zone helmets, man. They made me this custom Woodson whiskey
dude?
Drew Cave
That's
collab
awesome.
helmet. And this helmet, man, I promise you, when I put it on, I want to run through one of these walls. It's
Yeah,
so sick, dude.
dude,
It's
that is,
I mean it's it's legit,
dude,
dude. I should
that's
wear it to a
badass.
I should wear it to a game this
You
year.
should wear it to a game.
I'm
That's one of
gonna
my favorite things right here. Is this is my Paul Horning helmet. It's the only thing I really have. Um, I mean, I have other stuff, but like this is one of my favorite things. I don't have it on screen here, but
there you
Tom
go.
Grassi actually sent this to me. So shout out to
Nice.
Tom Grassi. He's probably still alive. Uh, like he's been live for like 36 hours now. But yeah, this is like a really nice helmet. Oh, but I put it on one time, but I couldn't get it off, and I broke a piece off, so I don't put it on anymore. You know the cushion things. It's obviously a
Yeah,
replica or whatever. But Paul Harding, it says Hall of Fame '86 MVP. Oh, Golden Boy.
that's
Oh,
pretty
I
dope.
got a little dusty. I did dust that thing. I got a little. Anyways, but that's my big collection right there. But there we go. So we got the Drew Cave. This is the tour. Hopefully we made it everything that you wanted it to be. Everyone who's watching.
Hey, you know
Uh,
what's crazy though, man? As
what do you
much as I've
got?
been walking around filming everything, I think
Yeah.
I've probably walked more yards than the Chiefs had in the Super Bowl. Trash.
My God. No, but hey, we should talk about some stuff because we have to do more. We have to do more podcasts, more live stream stuff together. We'll figure some stuff out. You know what I mean? I think you're great. You're the man. You know what I mean? And I need to get one of those score tickers. I want a score ticker like on my shelf.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Skybox Sports Network, man. These tickers, like you said, I mean, it'd be dope for you because you could do custom messaging as well.
Yeah.
Matt Ramage show, sponsored by Quick Trip, all that stuff. And then you just have your running scores, man. They give you, your sports updates, all your betting lines. You can even get like stock stuff on there, like if you're into,
Yeah.
stock
If I get
information.
smart one day,
Man,
people
I'll
ask
mess with
me
that.
because I do my live watch party. Like, you should put a ticker of the other scores. I'm like, bro, like, what do you think? I got a team over here? Like, it's just me. I don't. But I think it'd be cool to have a ticker that just has like the scores already uploaded. You just put the right stuff in, and
Yeah. Yeah, but
they get
Skybox,
after
yeah,
it. So
Skybox. I think Skybox can probably help you out with some kind of automation to maybe get that on
yeah,
the to get that on your live podcast, man. That'd actually be pretty
yeah.
cool. Um, and then yeah, man. I mean, shoot, what else over here? I don't know if you've seen some of the theatrics when we have people over and we score a touchdown.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
give you a
yeah.
little give you a little
Yeah.
sneak peek
Let
here.
me
So
see.
I'm gonna switch the camera around real quick again. Here we go. So this is my don't mind this. Again, shouts out with the whiskey. But this is kind of like my little control center. So as I'm over here watching the game, I got my soundboard with my lights.
Yeah,
This
that's how I
phone
got. Yeah,
controls the surround sound. But yeah, man. I mean, you gotta have your soundboards. To go ahead and give you a little. You know what I mean? We have different drops for like when the refs make a bad call. You might need to edit that out, but
that's awesome. Though. Yeah, that's what I got to get. Like I was talking about that, about getting a soundboard.
yeah, I'll have
Philly
we'll
boys
have
over
to
here
talk.
talking
Yeah,
about scoreboard.
we'll have to talk offline about that. But this is yeah, the touchdown celebrations, and then you hit the lights, everything kind of turns on, and we
Dude,
just
that's
turn up,
awesome.
man. You got
Yeah.
the so over here, these the screens that say touchdown Packers. Then you got kind of this area
Dude,
that kind of looks like fireworks, and everything's kind of going off, going nuts.
that's awesome,
Everybody's
dude.
over here taking shots, just
Yeah.
celebrating a touchdown, man.
That's bad. That's BA as they call it back in the.
And then everything kind of shuts off and goes back to its
Yeah,
how it
I
was
have a
prior to.
fireworks show.
So
Hey, I want to show you my fireworks show for when the Packers played the Eagles in the playoffs. This is what I did on my live stream when the Packers did something bad and the Eagles did something good. I don't know. I think I anticipated bad things happening because I made that thing.
I know what that's from. That's from gosh, that's from
What's it from, Drew? You know.
I know what he says. He says, "Boo that, boo this man." When he was talking, when Bob Saget was talking about doing some strange
Yeah, he
stuff
did.
for some
Yeah.
cocaine. That was on
Was it
God,
half
the joint with
baked?
Dave Chappelle.
Was it half
Um,
baked? I don't know if it was half baked
it
or
is. Yeah.
different. Was it
Yep.
half baked?
Yep.
Yeah.
Half baked. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. That's
yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that. Yeah, I might have anticipated some bad things happening for the Packers because I made that video, and then I used that same video for the Super Bowl because I still hate
Oh
the
my.
Eagles. I don't like the Eagles. I will never. I have a friend, my friend Vinny, who is a true Eagles fan, and I represent. Like I respect it, and I hope he enjoyed it and all that things. But like Eagles fans as a whole, they're crazy, and not in a good way.
No,
They're I,
I'm the same way, man. Like I got a couple of friends that are diehard Eagles fans, and like anytime I send like one of them crazy videos that I see from their fans doing outlandish, just inhumane things in the streets of
yeah,
Philadelphia, I'll send it to them, and they're like, "Man, look, I love my team, but this is what makes it hard for me to root for them sometimes, just because of our stupid fans." And I'm like, "Man,
dude,
that's crazy." Because I mean, honestly, man. I mean, just to circle back to some football stuff real quick, the Eagles, dude, they were the most complete team this year.
yeah.
I
Nobody
mean,
was
on
beating them
on
that
all
day.
like on all. I mean,
Nobody.
even to Jake Elliott, bro. The way Jake Elliott was kicking them field goals in the Super Bowl. I mean, he was pounding that ball through the uprights. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Jalen Hurts. I think you need to talk about him in the context of being potentially one of the all-time greats. He's one of. I think the stat that I saw. He's one of seven quarterbacks in NFL history to win a Super Bowl and be a first team all pro quarterback. There's only six other ones that have done it in the history of the NFL. And he's seven, or no,
Yeah,
seven of them now. He's number seven.
yeah,
I mean, it's kind
yeah,
of weird to say when you think about it, because it's like you look at his stat line and you're just like, man, like, is he really that good, man? But man, I hope Jordan Love this coming year. I hope he, and hearing all of his interviews on Radio Row talking about, obviously his just being more consistent, um, and potentially getting out of the pocket and using his legs a little bit more. I hope they look at doing that, instead of just, him just sitting back there in the pocket and, really behind the line of scrimmage. Like I want to see him take off and get these, chunk
yeah,
runs when they're playing man and everybody's backs turned. Bro, go, dog. Like if your first read ain't there, just, go. But
yeah.
we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited for this season, Matt. To be honest with you, man, I know it's. I know
Dude,
we're.
I'm
I
jet.
know we're so early into the. Obviously, the Super Bowl was just, going on what going on 2 weeks
Last
now,
week. I
last
think
week,
last
something
week.
like
I think it
that.
was the first Sunday we just
Um,
missed.
so I'm just like, I don't know, man. Now T Higgins is gonna get franchise tag, so he's not gonna be on the market. So guess what?
Yeah.
That means Goody, go get,
No,
go get.
17, baby.
Go get
17
go
coming
bring
home.
bring 17. Come on back home.
Dude, I actually think
Remember
Devontae Adams, I said this from the beginning. I think Devontae Adams coming home. People are talking about, I mean, obviously he's got a contract. I talked to Wes Hodgkins. People can listen to I had him on the podcast recently. But
Wes is the man. I love I
yeah,
love
first of
read I
all,
love read
yeah.
I love reading all his stuff that he writes, man.
He's
And I love watching him uh do all of his, all the pregame stuff, man. The dude is
he's so
smart as hell,
smart.
man. Yeah, dude's
Yeah.
smart as hell.
And but like he was saying, like Devontae obviously got a contract in New York. I think he's gonna get cut. I don't know what I think. I think if he's available, and the contract isn't strung along with him, because I think it's like 36 million. It's like a crazy number
I
because
think
the
the Jets are
Jets,
I think the
the
Jets are
Jets
still
GM
gonna
is
have
really
to.
good at what he does.
Yeah, I think the Jets are still going to have to pay him. Where I think I was listening to Wilde and Tausch the other day, and they were talking about if the number is around 16 million that the Packers would have to pay him, that would be something that would be doable, because the Jets would be on the hook for some of that money. I don't know how that looks in a if they end up signing Devontae for, on a 2 year, potentially 3 year deal, I would like to see him maybe for a 2 or 3 year deal, just because like I don't think people understand, bro. Like as much as I really love the kid Christian Watson, man. I think he has so much potential. The injuries bug just is just really kind of plagued
Yeah, just
him, his
unlucky.
career. But I know that they're talking about, potentially like November, December-ish time frame for him coming back. But I would almost like chalk it up that he's not going to be back next year. He tore his ACL so late in the season, man. Like if he does come back, that would be awesome. But I just don't think that he'll be 100%. And I would rather him, because I thought I heard something to the effect that if if the Packers end up putting him on IR for all of next season, since he's still in his rookie deal, it's almost like he's on a red shirt uh final year, if you will, uh in his, for being injured, whereas he would be able to play out the next year for a potential extension, like a fifth year option. I think
Yeah.
I heard something to that effect. But if that's the case, man, then put him on IR. You bring in Devontae, he can. I mean, I think bringing in Devontae, man, is just gonna it's gonna really
If you
I
get
think
him
it
on the
would
right
it would
price, it's gonna be
yeah, it'll
huge.
it'll 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 infuse those guys. Not saying that they lack any determination or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in
But
the locker room.
but they're all like I when I had Wes on, he was talking about like all the receivers, kind of like Donald Driver, kind of Jordy Nelson, kind of always taught the young guys, right?
They've had
Devonte
nobody.
Adams, they had nobody. There was a
They've had
cutoff.
nobody. They've had
Uh,
nobody, man.
they drafted all these young guys, and then I'm not saying that I feel like these young guys are good, and I had a lot of hope for them. But like,
Oh, super
I
talented.
don't, I
Super
don't,
talented.
and I'm still with them. I'm still with Romeo Dobbs. I'm still with Reed,
Yeah.
and all these guys. But I think having Devontae in that building, kind of that route running, kind of that leadership, I think would help them a lot. And Jordan Love. I think it's brutal to have a young quarterback and not have a veteran wide receiver kind of help not just the quarterback but the receivers. Say, hey, this is what he wants. Because I remember hearing those stories about Donald Driver and Devontae Adams talking about the young guys and say, this is what Aaron wants, or this is what
Hmm.
whatever quarterback wants. And like the receiver can't always ask the quarterback, what exactly do you want? Like
Hmm.
I don't know if that they're always, especially at like a rookie. But having a receiver say, hey, he wants you to be right here on this route. This is what he wants. Because I know, because this is what he wants me to do. And this is you're coming up. He wants you to do that same thing. So I feel like having an older guy is good. I'm down with our young wide receivers, but last year I was all about like, hey, they can spread it around. We don't need a number one. And then I
That
watched the
and that and
season go
that's
around. I'm like,
yeah,
hey, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the
and
Chiefs
that's
factory worker don't have all the answers.
Matt. I was 100% in that camp as well, bro. Because I was like, he could just spread the ball around. You got all these receivers that can catch the rock. I mean, yeah, you're not going to have somebody that's going to have 120 plus catches and go for like 1,500 yards, but you can spread the wealth
Yeah.
around. And it just seemed like I've been watching highlights the last 2 days from the week one game in Brazil, and it's like, what happened to that Jaden Reed the rest of the season? I mean, he went off in that
Yeah.
game,
And then it just kind of,
and it was just like, man, like, and I know like Jaden Reed was a little upset. I know, Wicks was, they tweeted out their feelings or whatever, whatever. But can you imagine, bro? Think about this. Don Dontavian Wicks, I mean, I don't know if you've watched the way he runs routes. He's got get off the ball like Devontae
yeah.
does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his wiggle moves and how he cuts back and just shakes people out of their socks to get open. I mean, he does that right now. Can you imagine if Devontae
Yeah.
comes in
Nah.
and he's watching Devontae, who I think is arguably one of the best to ever
Yeah.
get off the ball the way, for a receiver. I mean, that just like I said, man, it just infuses that receiver room. But we'll see if they make that move, man. I mean, hopefully they do something on the defensive end side. I mean, I know we're all clamoring for Miles Garrett, but I think it's gonna be like they're gonna have to move mountains, man, to get that
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, yeah. I know.
But I mean, Can you imagine though, man? Miles Garrett, bro. I mean, you bring in Miles Garrett, you have Miles Garrett and Rashawn Gary coming off the edges, and you still have Kenny Clark doing his thing in the middle.
It would
You
help
know,
everyone across the defensive line.
dude, honestly,
Yeah,
once they start getting that pressure on that
yeah,
quarterback, guess what? Carrington Valentine and
yeah,
Keyshawn Nixon
yeah.
lockdown,
Even like
lockdown. Then you got Edrin Cooper, you got Edrin Cooper,
yeah,
then you got Edrin Cooper,
yeah.
bro. And then, you
Rashawn
know what
Gary
I'm
would
saying? I
benefit
mean,
from
you
not having
got
to double team all the time. Kenny Clark would do his thing because I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about Kenny Clark. I love Kenny Clark. There will be no Kenny Clark slander ever on this podcast on the show. I
oh,
love
that's
me
my
some Kenny
man,
Clark.
bro. That's my
Yeah,
man,
but
man.
yeah,
That's my
bringing in
man.
someone like you have to get consistent pressure on the quarterback, and we saw what happens to Patrick Mahomes, and you can look throughout the playoffs of not just this year,
Bro,
many years.
The Eagles front four. I mean,
Dude,
isn't it
they didn't
crazy,
even
man? Think
blitz.
about this, bro. They didn't even blitz one time, bro. Zero blitzes, and they sacked that full set and sack Mahomes, who is a very
Yeah,
elusive
not easy to
quarterback.
sack.
When he was seeing ghosts out
Yeah,
there, bro. He was seeing Eagles
yeah.
in
He was like,
in spots
ah,
where they weren't, and
ah.
he was yeah, and he was freaking. He was like,
He was
whoa,
like,
whoa.
ha ha, and
He was
ah.
freaking
He was
out.
like, ah. Yeah, and that's what you need, dude.
And that's the thing, man. If you can have somebody like bring somebody in and that defensive line just starts wreaking havoc on the quarterback and getting pressure. Like I was saying, man, I mean, Quay gets better. He can move faster, and be in spots that he normally probably wouldn't be able to be in because he's probably trying to help stop the run. But then, like I said, Carrington Valentine is
Yeah,
locking down. Keyshawn Nixon is locking down. Xavier's already doing what he's doing. He's all pro, and Javon Bullard and Evan Williams. Bro, if they add those two pieces, if they add a wide receiver and a dominant defensive lineman, bro, it's a wrap, dog. We going to the Super
you know what
Bowl.
I mean,
We're going
dude.
to the Super Bowl, dog.
I'm very
And
excited,
Tucker Craft,
dude.
I just saw a highlight
Dude,
right now
Tucker
of Tucker
Craft,
Craft
and they
during
say
the
he's gonna be a
Jacksonville
bigger
game.
part next.
Dog,
And for anyone watching right
dog.
now, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time, Aaron Nagler is joining me. We're going to ask him a lot of questions. Jair Alexander talked. Cheesehead TV's talking about him maybe not being a Packer next year. I think everyone kind of has that feeling that could be a thing. But we're going to talk about some Packer stuff next week, or tomorrow, actually. Not next week, but next week as well. You should come back, Drew. Let's talk some Packer stuff.
You just let
We
me
took
know.
a tour.
Just let me know, man. I am not I'm not drinking, man, until the first week of
No
April. I
kidding,
am
all right?
taking some time off of drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes. So hopefully when I come up for the draft and I see you in Green Bay at the end of April, man, I'll be a lot more slimmer and
Yeah. I guarantee.
I'll probably look a little younger,
You know
man.
what I
So
mean? I will. A lot of things might happen, but I will not look slimmer when I see you. I feel like I'm getting fatter by the day. But I don't want to. I'm trying to change, Drew. I got some ideas. I feel like if I just don't eat fudge rounds are very good. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what those
Yo,
are, but those sound terrible.
Little Debbie treat, fudge round. I buy them for my lunch.
Well,
I
I
buy them for
mean,
my lunch for work, but I don't ever take them to lunch for work because I just eat them all the time.
oh my
Anyways,
God.
but
You are over here eating like a 11-year-old
dude, I am. I'm
kid,
sorry.
bro.
You know what I mean? But everyone, be sure to
Oh,
check
Matt
out the Drew
Randy.
Cave on Instagram. Are you on YouTube? I see you posting. I know for sure on Facebook.
Yeah, I am on YouTube. I'm not very active on there. I need to get active
Yeah,
on there though. But yeah, I'm on YouTube, the Drew Cave. Don't really have much out there, but
you
you
never
never
know. It
know. I
might
might do
change. Check out. Just Google the
do
Drew
something
Cave,
strange.
and hopefully you only find a Packer Drew Cave, and there's not some other like kind of weird thing going on out there because you never know. It's the internet. You know what I mean? Like, hey, search this. Like, no, you don't want to search that, bro. But
Incognito tab.
all right, well, we are here with my guy Drew. We're going to be wrapping this thing up, and check him out, especially on Instagram, Facebook, all the places. Thanks for bringing us into your man cave. We'll talk soon. Maybe talk some Packers. A lot of off season, a lot of talking to be done.
A lot of we got a lot of off season, man.
Yeah.
Anytime you need someone to just shoot the stuff with, man, I'll make myself
You know what I mean?
available.
So let's end this thing on a great mid. This song is called the Midwest Anthem, made by AI. I call him Tony. even though sometimes it's a girl's voice. Doesn't matter. It's still Tony.
Is it the Karate Kid sounding intro that you
No,
played
I think it's a
earlier?
different one.
Oh, okay. Because that one, I thought I was I thought I was like Cobra Kai when I heard that joint.
Yeah,
I
they're
was
not
like,
all that
man,
good.
straight
They're not all that
80s.
good. You know what I mean? Go Pack, go people. Appreciate you, Drew.
Let's go, man. All right, man.
Welcome to the Ramage Show. Midwest classic, your spirit flow. Package pride, hear the anthem now.
That's good, right?